Thanks for staying with us this morning. We're joined by Gregg Hadley, who's with K-State Research and Extension. We're talking about something that's extremely important. As most farmers know, they tend to age and move on and bring other people into their operations. And Gregg, today we're talking about succession, moving new people into operations. It's the beginning of the year. Is this a good time to start thinking about those things?
Well, I think it's always a good time to be thinking about succession. We say the best time to start planning is today, and you continue forever doing it. But this time of year is a good time. I know that a lot of people with Farm Bill sign up and things like that are busy. But when you consider that this is kind of the normal downtime of the year for most farms, this is a good time to really start the bulk of it.
And when we're talking about that, this can be a lengthy process. I don't think there's really anything short about the process.
That's right. If you do a real comprehensive job of succession planning, which would involve everything from learning how to communicate with your family, learning how to manage conflicts, developing that management team on up to the final stage, which I suggest would be the actual estate plan. For some families, it could take a year because we don't have a whole lot of time on our farms and ranches to dedicate to farming. And so I suggest to people, when they're first developing their succession plan, take 2 to 3 hours a month and develop it and let it develop over time rather than trying to push something through just to get it done.
Right. Size of farm, size of operation, does it really matter, or is it's farming is farming is farming?
Farming is farming and farming, and especially when we're talking about successions of family-owned farm and ranches, family is family is family. And so the emotional issues that are there and things like that, those need to be discussed, whether we're talking about the 10-head cow-calf herd or the 10,000-acre crop farm.
Well, no matter what, you get to pick a lot of things in life. Your family generally don't get to pick.
That's right.
I'm sure there is some conflict resolution that goes along with it.
Oh yes, there often is. We talk about lots of times in succession planning, those of us that have facilitated successions, that if you had the choice between working on a succession with non-related members versus related members, that you would kind of choose the unrelated family or the unrelated farm succession, because there's no trust, there's no prior history, and you're going to talk about the issues that you should be talking about, just like any business purchase sell decision. And we need to be doing that on our family farms and ranches too.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to finish up with Gregg, and we're going to finish up our conversation about succession and farming. Watching kansasAGreport. See you in just a minute.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life. Farmers Insurance, your best protection against the unexpected. Call Agent Dan Key at 785-408-5459. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail.
Thanks for
Keeping
staying
Kansas
with us
farmers
this morning.
informed for over 60 years. GrassandGrain.com. Blue River Traders, the finest selection of Western-style furniture for your home. BlueRiverTraders.com.
I'm Bryan Hallman with kansasAGreport. If you'd like to advertise your business on Kansas's #1 ag television program, then give us a call at 785-554-5974. Thanks for staying with us through the break. Gregg, thank you for staying with us.
Sure.
Starting point, where should we start?
Well, the one thing that I would suggest is to kind of go outside your family member and find an agent, a mediator, a consultant that deals in farm successions, that helps families talk and think about planning successions. And that's a great place to start. But where we tell people that it's really important is to develop that succession planning team, to actually get grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, son and daughter sitting together, talking as an effective management team, talking about the roles. Then kind of the next step, I would say, is talking about where they want the business to go, and developing an overall business plan that describes that, and where the next generation is able to explain when they go from worker to become the manager of a unit, to becoming the overall leader of the farm. Talk in detail about how you expect that transition to occur. And then once you have that worked out and written down, then you should probably take that plan and go to a financial analyst to determine whether this looks feasible. And if it is feasible, how do we make it work from the financial side, from the risk management side? And once that's worked out, then we suggest you go to an estate planner and say, this is what we got, this is what we want to do. And then that attorney will be able to sit down and design an estate plan that really works for your farm and what you want it to become.
I know you've got other dates coming up around the state, and we've got a short amount of time here in this segment, so knock out those dates for us.
Yes, we are going to meet March 3rd at the Ag Research Station in Hayes, and then March 19th at Allen Community College in Iola, Kansas. And if people are interested in attending, and we hope that they are, they should just contact their local extension agent.
Perfect. Greg, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We've been joined by Greg today talking about succession, and you're watching Kansas Ag Report. We'll see you in just a minute. Because of you, our viewers, Kansas Ag Report continues to be the #1 rated ag television program in the state of Kansas, and we'd like to say thanks for watching.